You know, in life they say don't pick favorites, but if I didn't, would I have any content today? No. What is up, my dudes? Welcome back to my channel. So today, I thought I would do something a little different on my channel since I tend to be doing a lot of listicles lately, lots of top 5s, top 10s, top 20s, things like that. So I wanted to switch things up and do a game because I haven't done a game in quite a while. If you want to catch some of the other quizzes, games, things I've done, you can hit up that top right corner. But today I am doing another Make Me Choose challenge. If you didn't catch my last Make Me Choose video where I chose between 2 pop punk albums, make sure you check that out as well. But today I am going to be choosing between 2 songs of the same title by 2 different bands. So essentially, as an example, that band A has a song called, I don't know, Flurg, right? And then band B also has a song called Flurg. And my job as the decider is to choose which Flurg is the better Flurg. This is a really weird intro, I'm so sorry. So I went on social media to ask you guys for suggestions, and a lot of you submitted, so if you did, thank you very much. But I have collected 20 songs for me to choose between, so I am just gonna hop right into this. Let's get started. So to kick this off, we have a submission from Amara R. She suggests the song Always by Blink-182 and Panic at the Disco. You're having me start with this? Do you realize what a mistake that is? This is impossible. Are you kidding me? Okay. Always by Blink obviously is a classic. You know, it's definitely in the top 10 Blink songs in my repertoire. As far as Panic at the Disco's Always, you know, I think that's sort of like an underrated gem. It comes off of Vices and Virtues, which is not their best album, but definitely not their worst album. I don't think they really have a worst album in my opinion. They're a bit of the same and different in a lot of ways. They're the same in that they're both love songs, both more on the ballady side. Blink's version is obviously a lot more upbeat and a lot of people know it more, so if I don't pick that one, I feel like I'm gonna piss a lot of people off, but I do really like the Panic version. Why? Amara, why? Why would you do this to me? Okay, I gotta make a decision. All right. In fairness of which one I listen to more, I'm probably going to have to go with Blink. It was not an easy decision. If I could have it my way, I would choose both, but that's not the point of this game, so I'm going with Blink. Next, we have a suggestion from Kirsty O'D. She suggests Chlorine by Trophy Eyes and 21 Pilots. So here's the thing. 21 Pilots has a much bigger fan base than Trophy Eyes. I think everyone knows that. They're touring stadiums, arenas across the world, you know, they have like multiple platinum hits. I think it's no secret that they're the bigger band. But I just never really got that into them. I don't know what it is. I do appreciate some of their songs, mostly off of Blurry Face. I don't know, I just never really hopped on the 21 Pilots train that hard. Trophy Eyes, on the other hand, I have listened to them. This is actually a song I really like by them, so I'm actually gonna go with Trophy Eyes on this one. Next up, we have a submission from Mauricio Y. He suggests Dakota by Between You and Me and Tiny Moving Parts. To be honest, I've never heard the song Dakota by Tiny Moving Parts, so this one was pretty easy for me. I'm gonna go with Between You and Me. I mean, honestly, if you wanna throw in like a third option, there's Dakota by A Rocket to the Moon, which I would probably go with if that was an option, but it's not. So I have to evaluate this at face value. Oh, here's a good one. Okay, so next we have a submission from Aubrey M. He suggests Dead by MCR and Real Friends. I have also not heard the Real Friends version of Dead, but I think it goes without saying, and I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this in a past video, that Dead is my favorite MCR song of all time. So this was pretty easy for me. I have to go with MCR on this. Okay, next we have a submission from Louise C. She submits Disappear by both Issues and Tonight Alive. Love both songs. If I had to pick one, I'm definitely a bigger Tonight Alive stan than an Issues stan. There are a couple of Issues songs that I really like. One of them's Never Lose Your Flames. I do like their sound. I think they're very unique, but I'm gonna have to go with Tonight Alive on this. Also, my girl Lynn Gunn from Paris is featured on this track. 2 powerhouse women in one song, and you expect me to choose anything else? Hello? Next up, we have a submission from Evie R. She submits Gasoline by I Prevail and Point North. Interesting. I just saw Point North for the first time not too long ago, maybe like a couple years ago. They're really nice guys. I Prevail, I don't believe I've ever listened to a song by I Prevail, if I'm gonna be completely honest with you. So I'm gonna go with Point North on this one. Actually, if it's Point North, it's probably this way. So I'll try to do like, there you go. I also just really like this song as a song, regardless of not knowing the other one or not. So there you go. Oof. Okay, this next one's gonna be really hard. All right, so Meg B. Oh, Meg B. She submits In the End by Green Day versus Linkin Park. For most people, this would be an easy decision. Most people would probably choose Linkin Park just because that is the most well-known song they have. But here's the thing, Green Day is my favorite band of all time, so you really put me in quite the pickle, Meg. I mean, honestly, like how? How do I choose? In the End, that's definitely one of their lesser known songs. I mean, it does come off of my favorite album of theirs, which is Dookie, but I feel like I have to, out of respect for Chester, God rest his soul, to pick Linkin Park. Like, it's like, how can you not? I'm sorry. And you know what? Green Day has enough albums to supply an entire lifetime's worth of pop punk. So honestly, I'm good with picking Linkin Park on this one. Next up, we have a submission from Pierce W. He suggests Kill the Lights by Set It Off and Silverstein. Huh, okay. Well, here's the thing. I'm actually a massive Set It Off fan. I don't know if I've mentioned this on this channel before. So this one's pretty easy for me. I'm going to go with Set It Off. Silverstein, like, yes, I like, and I've seen them multiple times, but I wouldn't say I'm like a die-hard fan. Like, there's definitely a few songs that I really like by them, especially off the album Discovering the Waterfront. I mean, I think everyone can agree that's a great album. Next up, we have a submission from Nikhil A. He submits Mona Lisa by All American Rejects and Bayside. That's very interesting because I don't believe I've heard either of these songs in full. So I believe I've probably heard like snippets of the All American Rejects one, and then the Bayside one, maybe I've heard. This is like a very kind of obscure one for me. I think I'm more familiar with the All American Rejects one, so that's the one I'm gonna go with. Next up, we have a submission from Rami L. He submits Nerve by Don Broco and The Story So Far. So I think I've only heard like 2 Don Broco songs in my entire life. They have a very particular sound. It's very like aggressive. I think it got more aggressive the longer they've been a band, but I don't think I know that song. So I do know the Story So Far one, so that's what I'm gonna go with. All right, next we have a submission from Stefan B. He submits Novocaine by Boys of Fall versus Fall Out Boy, and then he puts in parentheses, see what I did there? Yes, Stefan. I think we all saw what you did there, Fall Out Boy, Boys of Fall. That's clever, man. Okay, so here's the thing. I don't know anything about Boys of Fall. I don't think I've ever heard a song by Boys of Fall. Maybe it's come on like Spotify on like a rotating playlist or something like that. But this one's pretty much a shoo-in for me. I'm gonna go with Fall Out Boy. I mean, if I didn't pick Fall Out Boy, I don't think I would deserve to go to their concert this summer, which I might not even get to go to anyway, given Corona. Hey, I guess we'll just wait it out, right? Next up, we have a submission from Ella Rose V. She says, oh my God, Old Wounds by Pup and Paris, Please. I see you, Ella Rose. I'm here to supply the content for you. Don't worry. Okay, so I don't think I know Old Wounds by Pup. I do know like 1 or 2 songs by Pup, but again, it's Lynn Gunn. I'm gonna go with Paris on this one just by default because she's just kick ass. Okay, next we have a submission from Tobias T. He submits Out for Blood by Heart Attack Man and by Sum 41. I don't think I've heard Out for Blood by Sum 41, maybe like once in passing. I've actually been trying to listen to more Heart Attack Man just because I know they have a lot of hype right now. So I'm gonna go with that one. Y'all gotta submit stuff that I know. I'm trying to give you my genuine heartfelt reactions here, but it's hard when I don't know what I'm reacting to. Get into my brain, fam. I'm just kidding, I can't expect you to know what I like. Okay, up next we have a submission from Aubrey T. She submits Roses by Against the Current and Stand Atlantic. Ooh, this is a hard one because I like these bands both a lot. So, okay. We're gonna do this. It's gonna be difficult, but you're gonna do this. Get it together, Sage. So Roses by Against the Current is a beautiful song. It's the second to last track off of their first self-titled album. Really like this song. And then Roses by Stand Atlantic is the last song on their album Skinny Dipping, which also serves as like a conclusion to like what is a killer album. This is seriously like a really awesome album if you haven't listened to it already. Can I just pick both, please? This is like choosing between my 2 children. Like this is not, I don't know if this is possible. Who will I give my roses? I feel like I'm on The Bachelorette, to be honest. Okay. This was a very tough decision. If it were any other song on Stand Atlantic's album, I would probably choose them. But as a song, I think I like Against the Currents better. I'm sorry. I really like both. There can only be one rose, as we all know. Okay, moving on. We have a submission from Blake M. He submits Secrets by Makeout and State Champs. State Champs. Easily. There's like no competition here. I'm sorry. I think we all know what went down with Makeout. early in their career. Next up is a submission from Courtney G. She suggests See You Around by Sleep On It versus We Are the In Crowd. Here's the thing, like, We Are the In Crowd, I was never like severely into. I was definitely into them, but I feel like more recently I've been getting into modern pop punk, and Sleep On It's definitely one of the bands I've been listening to more. So I'm actually gonna go with Sleep On It on this one. This just as a song, I think I prefer slightly more. Okay, we're down to our last four here. We have a submission from Keegan P, who submits Do Strangers by In Her Own Words versus Trash Boat. I do like In Her Own Words quite a bit. Their last album that they just came out with, Steady Glow, is really good. But I think as a song, I definitely am gonna have to pick Trash Boat on this one. This song just pops off, sis. Like, from the get-go, it's just like, let's go. This song be like, we're not gonna be strangers for very long. Trust. Next up, we have a submission from Will S, who submits Stuck in the Middle by 4 Year Strong versus One OK Rock. You know, again, like a lot of bands on these submissions, I feel like I'm not giving One OK Rock a fair advantage just because I haven't heard a lot of their songs. So I'm gonna have to go with, just by default and by knowing them better, Stuck in the Middle by 4 Year Strong. Also, this song just rules. Like, that's just a given. Almost towards the end here. So the second to last submission on this list is from Tyler J.M. He submits Untitled by Simple Plan and Knuckle Puck, LOL. Oh gosh. Knuckle Puck. Listen, I love you, you're great, but how could this happen to me? I have to go with Simple Plan. Not only have I seen them more, I know you guys are gonna be touring together soon and I will be there. Hopefully, if it doesn't get canceled or postponed. I've always just been a bigger fan of Simple Plan. That's just like a given. I've listened to them since like middle school. And finally on my list is a submission from Joanna B, who submits Wish You Were Here by Marianas Trench and Neck Deep. Oof. Okay, so I do like Marianas Trench, but this album that Wish You Were Here is on by Neck Deep is a literal masterpiece. Like, it is one of the best pop punk albums of all time in my opinion, at least in this decade. And that is the end of my challenge video. If you guys like this video, make sure to give it a like below. Do you agree or disagree with any of my choices? Make sure to tell me all about that in the comment section below. Also, if you're new to my channel, hello. How's it going? Make sure to hit the garbage out of that subscribe button, also hitting the bell icon next to it to get the first notice of when my videos go up. I upload every Thursday. To all of my subscribers who have been here before and to everyone who submitted a prompt, thank you so much for being here. It really means so much to me. Well, clearly I need to go familiarize myself with some more pop punk bands since apparently I'm uneducated. So I'm gonna go do that and I will see you guys next time. Bye!